watching my last video. I'll give you all a moment to kick back in. I was just explaining about how my second phone call was from my son, and it ended up being a real crazy ending to that. So check out the last video, Grandma Calling from Beyond, if you want to catch up on my first two phone calls of paranormal related stuff. I had a call that came in, so I had no choice but to take it. I'm sorry if that stopped anybody from being able to figure out why I said Grandma Calling from Beyond. Hopefully you'll be able to look back, catch that part, catch this part, and hopefully that both works out. Right now, I don't know if I should get too far into this, because I think I'm about ready to hit a dead spot, but we'll kind of carry on and go from here. So it was Sunday morning, about 3:45, when this strange event happened. My third paranormal event. My third paranormal event. This happened this Sunday, June 1st, I think it was, June 2nd, at 3:45 in the morning. So I was pretty much asleep. Normally I'm up for work at that time of day, but I was asleep, and I got woken up by a step saying, "Hey, is that your phone ringing?" I said, "Yeah, I believe it is." I keep my cell phone by my bed. At that time of morning, it's generally not a good thing when people are calling. And the other thing about this is they called my cell phone, and I've only had this number for about a month now, so not a lot of people has this phone number. And so that is kind of a uh-oh thought, because pretty much close family has it right now. It hasn't really been out. And so I looked at the phone number, and it wasn't a number that I recognized, so it's still in Pennsylvania. And so I'm like, well, you never know, maybe it's, who knows. And so I answer it and put it on speaker, so that way it saves me from having to repeat whatever emergency was going on, whatever situation was going on, because Steph was listening. And so this is weird. I'm trying to remember how it goes, but this will be the gist of it. So 3:45 in the morning, getting a phone call, and I keep repeating myself because I see new people coming in. So I answer the phone, put it on speaker, and this, it wasn't a hello, it wasn't a hey, it was like straight to conversation. Like it was a woman on the other end, and it was like she was already talking for a good 5 minutes before I picked up the phone. It's like, well, at that time of morning, being woken up from sleep, my mind wasn't working. I didn't catch half the stuff that was said, which I wish I would have. And so this weird, she had this voice that was kind of dry and crackly, and like she smoked 10 packs of cigarettes a day for the last 20 years. And it was just really eerie, creepy. There was some kind of noise in the background that I didn't quite figure out. And I'm thinking to myself, this is bizarre. And so I say, hey, I'm sorry, but I think you got the wrong number, because I didn't recognize the voice. But I was already getting creeped out. It was just weird. So she said, no, where you been this last 20 years? I was like, where have I been? Who is this? And when I asked that, when I asked who is this, she goes, it's Grandma. Where you been the last 20 years? Now, I'm going to tell you, my grandmother, both of them, had passed away when I was teenagers. I'm 49 years old, so Grandma calling me is a crazy thing, you know what I mean? Nobody expects to hear that. But I was still under the impression, and I might lose you guys, and if I do, I'll go back and say some more about this. But so, you know, my grandparents, both my grandmothers been dead for decades. It's like, so I was like, I'm pretty sure you got the wrong phone number. And she said, no, you're supposed to bring me a vape or something like that. Now, like I said, my mind's a little foggy because I was half awake, but she said, I was saying, she's like, how do you expect to get a girlfriend like that? I'm thinking to myself, what the heck is she talking about? I've got a girlfriend. And so she, this person, this crazy sounding, crazy voice, creeping the hell out of me, creeping the hell out of stuff, my girlfriend, just getting us all kinds of like, what the heck? So I thought to myself, well, okay. I asked this woman, it's like, well, who do you think you're talking to? You know, as in, who do you think this is? Not like, oh snap. Yeah. And when you know it, when I asked, she said my name. She said Scott. I'm like, that is where I got like really freaked out. I'm like, this woman said that she's my grandmother, knows me by name. I'm like, okay. So I'll tell you, at that point, after she said her name, I said once or twice more, I think you got the wrong number. I think, and what she was saying was so garbled, I couldn't figure out what she was saying. But it was pretty crazy. Finally, I got so creeped out that I just hung up. I mean, I feel bad for hanging up on my dead grandma, but you know, I didn't know. I was worried that she was gonna start like saying some chants or something, like possess me or something. You know, come through the phone like on the Grudge where she came through the TV. I tell you, that was like one crazy experience. Now you would think, being a paranormal investigator, you'd be onto that. Like, you'd be like, all right, that was cool. And it was cool. Don't get me wrong. But when you're not expecting your dead grandma to give you a call on Sunday morning, maybe she wanted me to get up for church, right? But she's saying, where have I been the last 20 years? I don't know. What do you guys think? You think that was paranormal? Do you think grandma was saying hi? What, I mean, leave a comment below on what you think was going on. All I know is I wish I would have been a little more awake. I wish I would have been a little more with it, so I could have asked some real questions, you know. But I don't know about you guys, but would you have stayed on the phone? Would you have talked to this woman claiming to be your dead grandma? Now, she didn't say she was dead. But since both my grandmas are passed on for over 20 years, well, you know, now that's still playing on my mind, because that's been a day now, and that is all kinds of weird. I mean, what more can you say, right? So, have you ever had a phone call like that where somebody from the other side reached out? You know, however you guys feel about this, please leave a comment, because I'm kind of a little geeked out about this, and it'd be nice to have somebody back me up and say, nah, I would have hung up on Grandma too. Hashtag hang up on Grandma. Oh boy, I'm gonna get myself in trouble from the other side. But I appreciate y'all coming back in and listening to the rest of this encounter. So that's 3 paranormal phone calls I've had in my lifetime. If you missed the other 2, go to the other video, check it out. It's a Grandma Calls from Beyond, or something along that line. The thumbnail should be the same as this one. If you made it this far, do me a favor and subscribe. I need to hit that 1,000 mark, and I haven't hit. I'm like 614. So if you guys could help bump me up, that'd be awesome. But I'm not going to keep you guys on. Clear blue skies. I hope everybody's having wonderful weather where you are, and I'll see you soon. Hopefully next time doing a spirit box session for y'all to enjoy. So as always, friends and family, stay spooky and be good to each other.